Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to another installment of a Wheelin Wednesday. Is it a lovely day? I mean, for now, yeah, it's going to be a good one. Winter is going to come back soon, sadly, but we will enjoy what we've got for when we've got. Who did the wheels pick? They picked him, he, that who is him, the defender. Although he's still got rear fenders. He's just got no front fenders. Ironsides, who is a man of internal turmoil and conflict, because I often think I have a nicer body I could put on him. I have this I could do. I have that I could do. But Ironsides is at his essence what he is. And it's perhaps best just to leave that as it is. I have talked recently at some length about what is the most stock vehicle we have. Not that that is a bragging point. I don't know what to call it. Like, oh, my vehicle has less mods done to it. Well, I mean, okay, and so that comes up a lot when I'm talking about baseline, and baseline is not modified, he's optimized. He's optimized for what he does. We don't change the DNA, we just optimize him for what he does. And I kind of think that Ironsides is the same, but if we were going for the best kind of correct, technically correct, Ironsides would be the least modified. He has quite, not just more stock parts than any other vehicle, but like in terms of, he's got some Amazon brass portal covers front and rear, and he has different electronics. I'm tapping my lip here thinking, wheels and tires. Like, he is what a sensible person does to an RTR. We do free mods, which is we take off the roof basket and the layer that goes under the roof basket. We take off the rear spare tire. We get a little 3D printed Jabba-Joo for the back there that allows us to retain our roto packs and our jack, but it mounts them nice and flat. We put some Benedict Harry aluminum bumpers. They used to sell them as a pair. I don't know if they still do, but you can see that rear bumper is just flush to the back, and the front bumper is the same thing, just flush to the front. We do what we need to do. We improve approach and departure. We put the tires on it that I think are potentially the best tires that you can put on a TRX4 Defender, which are 4.35-inch axial ripsaws. These are fitted with just the normal Injora non-silicone. You know, they've got the dual stage with the rubber inner. There's the blue one and the red one. These are the red ones, wholly unmodified. Stick them in the tire, put the tire on the rim, and you're done. He looks like a Defender. Body, side skirts, everything on the chassis, nothing is touched. I don't think, he's got lockers, and I don't think I have ever even taken the axles apart. No underdrive, no overdrive. The electronics are, for those unfamiliar, or for those who love him, appropriately stupid. It was not a case of if we should, but 100% a case of if we should. Could, should. Not if we could. Yeah, not if we could, but if we should. Not if we should. No. Not if we should, but if we could. One or the other. We did a thing. And the thing we did was we asked ourselves, what is the biggest motor that I can fit inside a TRX4? And with a very small amount of trimming with a Dremel, you can fit an 8th scale buggy motor in there, because it's a Traxxas. Why would you not be able to? So there's a censored, I think it's Toro RC. It was the cheapest censored 8th scale buggy motor I could find on Amazon. It is a 4268, 42 millimeters in diameter, 68 millimeters long. It makes a 550 look like a 380. It's ludicrous in every way. It is also, they didn't have anything particularly low KV when I was looking for it, so it is a 2650. It is running off of an absolutely archaic Castle Mamba Max Pro in censored, running on 3S. It's too much. And if we're already going to do that, we're just going to put an MKS HBL 550 in there for steering duty, which is one of the louder, if not the loudest. It's not Savox loud, but it's buzzing. It's buzzing away over there, and you can hear it. He's a brick of a boy. He's a bricky boy. And all factory stuff under there, all the gubbins. So factory 2-speed, 2650, even on a 9-tooth pinion, which he is not. He is on an 11-tooth pinion because that's the smallest you can effectively run on a 5mm bore. There are more expensive buggy motors out there. I just saw an 1800. I think it was an 1840 or an 1850 in 4268, and I was like, oh, he would be so much more agile. And then I was like, oh, only $120? Yeah, no, we're not. We're not doing that. He descends far better than one would expect. Realistically, to get a decent turning circle out of him, you need to unlock. His approach is about what you would expect from a Defender. His departure is about what you would expect from a Defender. He does get a little light in the nose section because his weight transfer and just the sheer amount of bulk hanging out, hanging out past the rear axle is significant, and I can't even get the front end to sit down. Oh, there we go. But he has proven in the past, and I think will prove in the future, his ability to do the thing. Is he the absolute best at pure crawling stuff like this? Well, I mean, no, but even stripped down, that body is heavy. We're just gonna keep yeah. Like, we added we added brass knuckle weights, but that's it. Just the portal covers, the heavier ones, not the heaviest ones, the heavier ones, because the DNA, the core identity of a Defender is a Defender. And you need to commit to that. Committing to a Defender is very similar to committing to an RC four-wheel drive TF2. You understand that there are inherent limitations, and you also understand that you can remove those limitations. But a Defender is a Defender, and this isn't a thing where, like, you take a heavy body and you put it on some super lightweight, super capable rig, and you go from there. The TRX4 is great. It has its limitations, but it is great. And the Defender body is the chief uncontested leader of that limitation. It's big. It's heavy. It's almost scale. It is a 1/8 scale Land Rover Defender. It is not 1/10 scale in any way. If this vehicle were 1/10 scale, I remember sizing it up at one point, and if Ironsides as he sits before you were 1/10 scale, he would obviously be sitting on 43-inch tires, but he would also be 9 feet tall, 8.5 feet wide, and something like 28 feet long, that's larger than the dimensions of like a UPS delivery van. So I don't think it's that. Also, in a D110 Defender, if you were to time that 110 being the wheelbase, if you were to multiply the 12.8-inch wheelbase in here by 10, that's a 128-inch wheelbase. That's not a thing. But if you multiply it by 8, it is 109.6. And then it's also the correct width, the correct length, the correct height. This vehicle is scaled. This is a thing that Traxxas does pretty good. They don't do their numerations very well, but they do a pretty fine job in their translations. The TRX4M is probably the vehicle out called 18th scale that is the closest to 18th scale. We are not surprised. No one is surprised that the Axial UTB 18 is a UTB 12 because Axial is owned by the same parent company that calls a a Losi Baja ray, and a hammer ray 10th scale. I'm making big air quotes around 10th scale because they are ginormous. I get them confused all the time. I don't own one to refer to it for reference. But one of them, Baja ray, hammer ray, the one that looks like a desert buggy is basically the size of a Traxxas UDR. And Traxxas calls the UDR 1/7 scale, and it's really kind of closer to 1/6 scale. So scale numbers mean nothing. Translations, I think, still do mean something. Do you get drag brake out of a 8th scale buggy motor? Yes. I have not yet detonated a center drive shaft, but those of you who have been here before and know the new meta for Wednesdays know that we're going to do something where if there is an opportunity to blow up a drive shaft, we're going there. We also have a guy who, giant body aside, has definitely got some of the weaponry geared towards the place. The place with teeth, the place that bites, Mavericks. Because this guy is fast. We're probably going to have to do it in first gear. I think second gear is going to be too hot. He's got that perfect. He's got the ground clearance, but his CG, and he's got the CG is up. The CG is up there. He's a big, heavy boy with 0 efforts at weight reduction. But the tires, the lower tire height, like you see right about there, there's a lot of sunlight coming in from under him. He's got that ground clearance. He's got a tire foam relationship. He's fast as all get out. And I think he's going to be able to twist it through here. We will see. We will see. He's going to take his opener lap, his warm-up lap, and then we're going to do the 5. And hopefully, you know, on one hand, I know everyone kind of hopes that everybody wants to see destruction. A big part of the reason why people go and watch some sort of racing event is to see something blow up. But at the same time, I don't want to see things blow up. I think I have everything to fix him. Should something go woefully awry today, and we cross our fingers for or against whichever camp you're in, and we definitely hope for the best. So let's get him going. And as we head on out to Mavericks, let's get a little refresher of. See, this is not unacceptable. That is a usable velocity, but that's also low. He is a weapon. Welcome everybody out to Mavericks, where we hope against hope that for a number of things. First and perhaps foremost of which is that the vehicle survives through its minutes of running, and second, that all of the batteries survive of the multitude of things. One would think that on a day prior to today, I would do things like charge batteries and make sure that all the mics are ready. Oh, that's a little wide. All the mics are ready, all the cameras are charged, and I think we're most of the way there. I think on a typical day, we're most of the way there. Ooh, that was an ugly rock. Early morning shadows are a little harsh. I'm just gonna take it nice and easy here. Okay, he's gonna have to readjust coming through there. We'll see the moisture, the relative that's a lot of weight coming down. We will see the relative moisture level on the totter. He doesn't quite have that tight turning angle to get through here. Will I have the timing to hit the lockers to unlock the diffs or at least the front? Maybe unlock the front? I think I can reach that with my finger. Yeah, he has no real problems. He comes in a little tight. Ooh, how much do I trust Traxxas 2065 micros to accurately lock and unlock his differentials, because I think to eke the quickest time, maybe I'll try it on like lap 2 or 3, depending on how it's going. This guy has all the potential to do really well out here, but also has the potential for the nut behind the wheel to just ruin the whole thing. So what we need to do is what we usually do. We go to the settings screen and we turn off silent. We go to the app screen, we go to the timer, and the most recent timer right at the top is 5 minutes. Ironsides, sir, are you prepared to engage in mavericking? He believes that he is. 5 minutes. There have been no tires added to the skewers recently. We do have a couple on the bench, so the skewers will get a little safer for potentially whoever runs it next. Ironsides, you are up on your mark, sir. So slow and steady wins the race. Okay, got that. That was good. Uh-oh. Okay, lap 1's not going to be the hot one. Honestly, I think I just might not be turning the wheel hard enough. Because we had what, one little mini reverse there? Now if we start turning in earlier, can we, yeah, okay, good there. Okay, good there. Yeah, I'm just not cranking the wheel hard enough. He does not have the luxury of a Kimbrough 134. Oh, he's so good across this side right here. You know, the out of frame side. Okay, clean through here, bud, clean through here. Okay, he's got to find his spot. He's coughing up seconds right there for sure. But okay, let me break it down for you. Of everybody that has come out here and run so far, this dude, this big heavy boy right here, he borders on effortless. Like, as long as you're turning in where you need to be turning in, it's like he was built for this. Any hang up or spot where I hang a bumper or get slippy or run into a tree, that's all me. Because he's murdering this. Okay, try far left hand, dude. Ooh, you better watch out, times board. Is Jake witnessing a run? Little revert back. Oh, the second reverse. That's a second or two for sure. I also like, who doesn't like the fact that he squeaks like a World War II tank when he drives? Uh-oh. That was not great. One clean lap is all we need. And he is absolutely zipping with the mental errors. Uh-oh. He's got enough. Well, he's got more than enough gusto. What he can do is, up at the top, I've been calling it the turnstile. I don't know if that's accurate. Up at the top on the turnstile, he can throw enough wheel spin to kind of drift around the corner. And I think that's what I'm doing down here at the bottom of the totter as well. I don't know if this is one of those instances where he looks fast, but he's actually slow. Or he looks slow and he's actually fast. I can't tell what's happening. I just know that, like, oh, it's so suited to this. So it's doubly surprising to me that Jake is so quick at this on straight axles and a brushed motor and some of the softest inserts out here. Oh, you tried He tried to get nifty. The skewers are trouble. Oh, he is pushing a little more than when we started. I don't want to stop and devote too much thought to that at the moment. Oh, he squeaks so much coming up this. That's a lot of squeaking. And then right there, okay. Maybe we have a loose, something coming loose, man. His steering improved after we came down the totter. Steering got better, and now steering has gotten worse again. We've got a little bit of variable steering going on. The squeaking has really moved up to the next squeaky level, and there we are. I feel there we go. We'll put it right up in the. That's how we know we're done. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have the faculty to do most of these things all at once, much less add an extra task. So in the edit, one of my favorite things, on a Wednesday or anytime somebody runs at Mavericks, is finding out how did we do? What did we get? And with him, I genuinely don't know. He felt so easy that clearly indicates to me that I was not pushing it hard enough. At the same time, I am concerned on more than one level that he had what I would at least call definitely variable steering. Each lap, the steering felt different. It could be as simple as the horn is coming loose, or the screw that's attaching the drag link or tie rod. Something is loose. We're hoping that the extent of it is that something is loose. I don't know. His endpoints aren't right. I don't know. There's something going on in there, but you run what you brung, and we get what we get. And I honestly, I think he did pretty well. I want to say it was at least 5 full laps. I don't think it was 6. If you were, you will kind of know in the same time frame that I do. I don't know now, and you do know now. So in a time as a wibbly wobbly ball of timey-wimey stuff, we found out at the same time. Wild. Thank you so much, everybody. I do love a Wednesday, especially when it got. It's all I can hear. I love when a guy does well. I love when a plan comes together. I'm still unsure about my feelings about Lamp. We're gonna look at all the grass that's growing in right along here. It's gonna be all turfed out. If this just wants to turf out, go for it, man. As long as gophers don't start digging holes up out of the top of this, I think we're good. The teeter was cooperative today. We still don't have a functional mud pit. Mavericks is still under construction along with the rest of the course. Let me do a, are you ready? Let me do a swing pan. We swing around, pile of rocks and another pile of rocks, and there it is, the world famous hole. Let's zoom in on the hole. That hole's gonna get bigger. As I walk around it, I keep deciding, I think I want the hole to be bigger. I'm pointing at the monitor screen as if you can see anything. Focus on the hole. Focus on the hole. Yeah, we're working on it. It was too nice. It has to be in the just right amount of poopy for me to feel the motivation to move rock and dig holes. Because if it's just nice out, I want to come out and I want to wheel. Oh, while we're zoomed in, here's a little sneaky peeky. We'll talk about this more on Friday for sure. How well do those show up? Do you see the balls? Do you see distant balls over there? Yeah, we're up to revision 3 of the markers. I am currently cutting on set 3. I'm not 100% sure yet where course 3 is going to go, because if you've noticed, where testing goes on and where courses are separate things. I know where one of the courses is going to go. I have a plan for 5 set 9-ball courses. So right now there's front 9, back 9 at Anomaly and Leviathan. We are going to get 3 more, and I have an idea of where one of them is going to go. I have a certainty of where another one is going to go. And number 5 is just, it's just guesswork right now. So let's pull back here again, because we have the opportunity, as someone came through this successfully. Get out there in the sun, boy. Two speeds are a gimmick. No, you know what they are? 2 speeds are an absolute blast. That's what they are. And if he had a lower KV censored motor, which is kind of hard to find, getting under 2000 kV gets like rarefied air. But if he was under there, we could have run this in 2nd gear and see how that shook out. But we got what we got, and we're hoping he did well. I think worst case scenario, he's like mid-pack. And we have to remember, I need to put an asterisk on the guys who ran right here. Can fit a lot of dirt in this baby. The turnstile didn't exist when Misdirection ran it, when Jake ran it, when the top times ran it. So there should be asterisks on those. They may be the times that stand forever. So what it does to me is it stands out as a little goal. We need to try to beat that. We need to beat that 42 seconds by Jake in somebody running the full course. And then, you know, we'll add something else. And then somebody's got to try to beat that. Speed, the pursuit of speed is never ending. And ooh. There was a little chunky hesitation there for a minute. Oh, he's squeaking so much. Well, he survived the day. He survived the day. What will come after this? Next time we bring him out and something just falls out from under him, we'll address that when it happens. But for now, he gets blown off with the compressor. He gets put back in his garage. We go about our business. I hope that you happily go back about your business, everybody. I thank you so much for joining us here in the canyon for a Wheelin' Wednesday. We had a blasty. The time went pasty. I look forward to seeing you next time. In between now and then, I hope you one and all do your very best. Have a good run, everybody. We'll catch you next time here from the canyon. Ironsides, you drove us here. You might as well drive us out.